Hey everybody, welcome back to Mass Pundit TV, and we are back. How good is this? Here we go, back with the Premier League predictions. This is game week 13, 12, 13, something like that. I can't really remember. But yeah, we're going to get into my preview, well, not my preview, just my predictions, score predictions for each game. Yes, stop waffling and get into it. Right, first game is 12:30 today. It is Burnley versus Chelsea. Yes, Burnley are the home side. I've got my fixtures over there, so that's why I look over there. Burnley versus Chelsea. Burnley, obviously, they just lost to West Ham in a bit of a, in a relegation fight. They are in a relegation fight. Chelsea, obviously, top half of the table. They're going to be looking for that Champions League spot. They're not going to be title contenders. I've seen some people speaking about that. But, Champions League for sure. That's why they'll be going for. I'm going to say a 2-0 win to Chelsea away from home. Good result for them. Next game is Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest at Anfield. Liverpool obviously coming off that loss against Man City. Nottingham Forest. Been hit or miss under Sean Dyche so far. Been hit or miss so far. Um, you know, picked up some good points though. Obviously had the big win against Porto in the was it Conference League, I believe. So yeah, there's that at least. But or was it Europa? It might be Europa the other way. Either way, I'm going to say 2-1 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool will bounce back, get the win. They've got a favourable run of fixtures here. Obviously, no easy games in the Premier League, but it's a favourable run of fixtures, I'd say, upcoming. So they can really make their statement here, stamp their authority a bit, and get back to winning ways. Okay, next game is Bournemouth versus West Ham. We just mentioned for the Burnley game. Bournemouth very very good this season. They're looking very good. West Ham starting to pick up points under Nuno as well. He steadied ship a little bit. Um, difficult game. Difficult game. I know most people are going to be going for a Bournemouth win. I feel like I underestimate Bournemouth quite a lot. I feel like a draw. I don't know. I just have a feeling a draw's coming. I'm going to say a draw, 1-1 draw between those two teams, which will be a good point for West Ham especially. Okay, next game is Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Rob Edwards' first game as Wolves manager. Crystal Palace obviously having a very good season as well. A few injury concerns for them. Also a few injury concerns for Bournemouth as well with Semenyo. Not sure if he'll be playing, but typical. I just got him in my fantasy team. But yeah, Palace Wolves. However, I don't know how Rob Edwards is going to do this season. He might do well next season, but not this season. I'm not so sure. I think it's too late for him to take over and steady the ship. I'm going to say a 3-0 win away from home for Crystal Palace. Sorry, Wolves fans. But yeah, I think just Crystal Palace are going to have too much for them. Right, next game is Brighton versus Brentford. Good game. Did two Bs. Well, one is literally a B. They both begin with B, and they've got the B's is their name, whatever. But anyway, we're just waffling on this video. You can tell it's been a while. So Brighton, Brentford, both teams I expect to be around that mid-table area. Keith Andrews done a good job. Brentford proved a lot of people wrong so far. Brighton not quite got out of gear yet. I think Brighton can do better, and I expect them to start doing a bit better, though, especially defensively. They've been very hit or miss this season. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw again. I think these two are both going to get a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a tough game for both sides, so I can't separate them. Okay, next game is Fulham versus Sunderland. Fulham need to start picking up points. They really do need to start picking up points for them. Sunderland obviously coming off that draw against Arsenal. Fulham, yeah, they need points. They're in a relegation fight, and with the team they've got, they shouldn't be. They've just grown stale. Marco Silva, potentially leaving. Yeah, something needs to change there. They need to start picking up points quickly. I'm gonna say a 1-0 win for Sunderland away from home. Yeah. Fulham, they need to go out in January and get some new players as well, because as I said, the team's just gone stale. They didn't invest enough in the summer. So yeah, because they are 1-0 win away from home for Sunderland. Okay, next up we have Newcastle versus Man City. Tough game, very tough game for Man City. Newcastle not been the team that they were last season. I don't think they've not been as difficult to beat. You know, obviously been a bit stale. They just had the West Ham game. They struggled to get there as well. Been around the Champions League, not so well in the Premier League. Lost to Brentford as well. Man City, obviously just coming off that 3-0 win against Liverpool, as I mentioned. Haaland's on fire. Foden's starting to get back to his best. I'm going to say 3-1 win to City. I think they'll get a 3-1 win. You know, Newcastle players, a lot of their players just aren't up to it seems, at the minute. I don't know what's going on with them. Players like Harvey Barnes are doing all right, but players like Anthony Gordon not there. You know, Voltamarde's, you know, he's been a good signer, to be fair to him. But players like Joelinton as well, not been good this season. So yeah, Dan Burn as well had a terrible game against Brentford at left back. So yeah, I'm going to say a 3-1 win to Manchester City. Okay, next game is Leeds versus Aston Villa. Leeds definitely need to get some points as well. Aston Villa starting to get back to their best as well, starting to pick up points. You know, Buendia, what a season he's having, by the way. I mean, just get to give him some praise. I don't see many people giving him that much praise at the minute, but I think he's having a very good season. He's been changed a few games for Aston Villa, being contributing with a lot of goals and assists. You know, it's funny, he was falling out of favour, but he's doing very well. Leeds United, yeah, again, they need points. They need to start picking up points because they are in a relegation fight now. Who's the home side? United are. Okay, I'm going to say... I'm sorry, Leeds United, I just can't do it. A 2-1 win. I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Aston Villa. Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 win to Aston Villa. Arsenal versus Tottenham. I'll do my preview and prediction for that later, so you're going to have to keep an eye out for that. So no spoilers here. Which means the final game is Manchester United versus Everton. Man United starting to do well. Under them, they're doing better. Everton also need to start picking up some points. I don't think they're in a relegation fight by any means, but you know they have dropped off a little bit from the start of the season. Grealish not performing to the level he once was, and Dye, you know, we know he could be better than he has been. He's not been bad by any means, but you know we know he could give more. They just need to start getting more goals. Man United, the home side. David Moyes returned to Old Trafford. I'm going to say a 2-0 win to Man United. I'm going to say 2-0, comfortable 2-0 win. And, you know, United usually seem to get a result here against Everton. I can't remember if this was at Old Trafford or if this was at Goodison Park. Obviously, it's the Dickinson Stadium now, but I remember the Garnacho overhead kick. And it was a 2-0 win for United, I believe. So yeah, but that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff's greatly appreciated. Share the video around, go on, be a pal and all that good stuff. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Enjoy the football.